parts of it I had to manually like line up the tracks in the audio.
Yeah.
So it might be slightly off, but is this recording? No, it's not
Yes.
blinking.
I put red on it. When it's red, it's recording.
Oh, it's just recording in general. So just listen to all of that.
Yeah, I love that part when we're editing, where you can kind of hear the pre-podcast talk. It's kind of funny.
I like using it because these magnets are like
they're
crazy.
so hard.
Yeah,
they're so hard. That's what you said.
That's getting edited out because we're a good Christian podcast.
I'm gonna start a timer this time, because we should probably know when we run out of time, because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I know we said we were like, oh, what do we even talk about this episode? And then a lot of stuff came to me today, so now it's like, we have a lot to talk about now.
Oh.
Anyway.
I'll let you get into I have like 2 things to talk about. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hi.
Wait, we didn't do the clap yet.
Oh, right.
That's going to be so loud.
Hope that helps. I don't know.
It does. I think it does.
Good.
Yeah, because especially when we have them separate, like whenever I'm being an idiot and like clapping with you, it doesn't help. But when we have them separate,
I imagine it does.
When the first part of the video, last video I edited, it helped a ton because I was able to like actually find those
good
spots. But
that auto align feature should be able to figure it out itself, but I think it's always good to do it regardless.
What it might take a little bit for me to edit this, like a week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Work completely, just because what I'm going to try to do is make everything separate first. Like take my audio and make it its own like video. Take your audio, make its own video, and like so it's all one line of audio. And then I'm going to make the video itself one video, and then mash those 3 together. That way I can just auto align the entire thing at once. Because it only lets you auto align one
section of the audio.
Yeah. So if I make the entire thing one section, it should theoretically let it so I can.
The way I do it is just auto align the first part, and then just put everything at the end. Butt everything back together, and there you go.
Yeah, and I tried doing that. Well, I guess that's probably where I just kind of went off on it, because it I would edit the first part, and then everything would be like staggered up, like away from it. I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, that was annoying. A nice feature, if it'll help you, is ripple cut instead of normal cut. So ripple cut, but sometimes you might risk deleting some audio, but when you do that, you can just press undo and it'll be fine. Ripple cut is, say you got like this video, and you cut it, so there's like 3 parts now. You want this middle part cut out. You click it and then right click it and press ripple cut. When you ripple cut it, it automatically takes this part and butts it up to the part you just cut up. So there's 3 parts.
Yeah.
You press the middle one, press ripple cut, it automatically shoves everything back, so where there's no gap anymore.
Okay, so
I have to show you what I mean.
I understand what you mean on how it works, because there's another section of DaVinci that you can do that as well.
Oh yeah.
Because you have like
you can do that with audio too. I just realized. There's
like 3 separate sections of DaVinci that you're editing just the video, which is interesting to me. But I've figured out how to go back and forth between them now to like get what I want. I've not been on DaVinci in a while, but now I'm gonna have to go back to it so I can do that. But if I can do the ripple cut in the section where it doesn't auto collapse like that, then that'd be great. So
cool. That was a lot of what's it called, behind the scenes talk. But
yeah.
Hi. We're here,
and now we have
We're square. We're so square. I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but...
Hi, we're back. Every time we come back from ways, it feels like it's been forever since we did the last one.
Has it still only been 2 weeks, though?
I don't know.
I feel like it's been longer than 2 weeks now.
But Anyways, welcome back to Yap-Trap. I was thinking today, I just kind of realized this is more like a talk show.
This is more like a talk show.
It's less of a podcast and more like a talk show because we show up in person every single time.
Yeah, in a podcast, yeah.
In a podcast, which I guess a lot of podcasts are in person only, but with us being in a video and just the setting, it feels like a talk show to me. So, if we're a podcast or talk show, I don't mind. We can just call ourselves whatever we want to be.
We are Yap-Trap. That is just the new genre.
We are just a new genre. It's called Yap-Trap. There's music, movies, videos, YouTube videos, and then there's Yap-Trap.
Yap-Trap.
Radio, talk shows, podcasts, audiobooks, audio shows.
I shouldn't have brought that. I'm gonna fidget with it the entire time.
And that's okay.
And it's for the next episode. It's not even for this episode.
I wonder if you'll be able to pick it up, or wonder if you'll hear it in the mic. Hear that? Oh, that'd be terrible. Boost that. Oh, I love those toys. Oof. Yeah. That's so smooth. Anyway, speaking of the podcast in general, I was thinking today, I keep saying that, I was thinking today, the future of the podcast, where I remember where you were talking about going to college at one point, and I was thinking about when we thought it'd be fun to actually have the podcast over a game.
Yes.
Now I want to talk about that again, I guess.
Okay.
Where, because we definitely want to keep it like a. This almost doesn't sound like something that'd be on the podcast. This is weird. Anyway, we talked about Truck Simulator.
Yes.
That'd be a lot of fun to play together. Are there any other games that you think would be fun, casual kind of games to play while talking?
Minecraft. But
Oh yeah.
Minecraft, Truck Simulator, Golf It.
Golf It?
Have you played that? It is
I
so
don't think
annoying.
I have.
I've watched people play it on YouTube, and then I got it on. It's on Switch, not Switch. It's on Steam, and I got it. I don't understand how the YouTube people I watch how they get so many holes in ones. I cannot that game. It's not. It is a casual game, but it's at the same time a really frustrating game.
Yeah. That's fine.
Golf It. I don't know many casual games.
There's one I had in mind that I started playing recently that I was going to ask you if you've ever played. Flight Simulator. You ever played
Yes. Okay, I had Flight Simulator, what was it? 7.
7.
I got it on the Steam, my original Steam account. I can't even get into that anymore. I wish I could, because I had Flight Simulator on there. My grandpa got it for me for Christmas on my old computer. Love Flight Simulator. That would be a great game to play.
Because I think it's kind of casual,
Isn't there servers for it too?
Yeah, so what's the most recent one you've played?
The 7, but I've
7.
watched people play
Yeah.
the newer ones.
We talk about games so much on this podcast.
The games and vehicles, which is my other
video games, vehicles, and movies.
Yeah.
That's just what our show is. But no, I was about to tell you I have played Flight Simulator 2024.
I will get that one again.
Really?
I will get that one
Okay.
again.
Because I thought in the back of my mind, pretty sure James really likes flight simulators.
Yes.
Like plane games. So, that's awesome.
I have
I will say, though...
2 on my Quest.
Wait, is it on there?
Not Flight Simulator, but there's 2, flight games that you can,
Oh.
there's a couple, actually.
That's cool.
But...
Actually, I don't know if this is for 2023, Flight Simulator 2023, but 24 has VR support. So you might be able to hook up your Oculus to your computer
that would be fun.
and do that, which would be
fun.
awesome. I don't know how that works because that's woo!
I'm gonna have to get,
way above.
I'm gonna have to get, full on, a desk flight setup, too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, Flight Simulator 2024. I like it so far. It's pretty cool. I forgot what I was going to say. So, funny thing though. It's a mess right now.
Oh?
Oh my gosh, it's a mess. I don't know what it is about new video games, but they never come out finished anymore.
No, they don't. Not at all.
So there's a lot, tons of bugs with this game for now. I'm sure it'll get better, but oh my goodness, it's a mess.
The issues are... okay, so is it strictly called, like, Flight Sim 2024?
Yeah.
The issue is
Last year's, weirdly enough, it was just called Flight Simulator.
Yeah. The issue is like they're wanting to put one out every year. It's like a car.
I hope they don't.
Because if it's 2024, that means they're probably gonna have a 2025 one here soon because it's almost the end of the year, and it just kind of makes you have to buy the game, like buy more games if you're wanting to keep up with the like current game.
Yeah. I hate those.
I do too. Like farming sim, they do that. Like
which I'm okay with farm sim because they only do what is it, like every 2 or 3 years.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because that feels more like, well, we'll make the new one when we actually have something else to add.
Okay, yeah.
But stuff like sports games, no, I don't approve of that.
They need to just have one sports game for like the next 5 years,
mm-hmm.
and you then can add like you have like the bundles that every game has anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You just add bundles for like 2024, 2025 bundle, 2026 bundle.
Mm.
So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am wrong. The last flight simulator before 2024 was Microsoft Flight Simulator that came out in 2020. So they don't make one every year. I was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. Sorry, Microsoft nerds. But I was blown away, even though it didn't run very well. I was blown away by, like, since, the map is the planet, all of Earth,
mm-hmm.
which is insane. So they got, like, free flight, so you can just jump in anything you want and just fly it, which is great. You don't have to progress. But there's also a career mode where it's like, you can start it as a private, have a private pilot license, and you work your way up. And this new one, they have helicopters too and stuff.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Which is cool. And you can work your way up to like load or transporting heavy freight or fire and rescue, stuff like that.
I always just get myself right up to fighter jets, and then that's when I like stop progressing that because I get the fighter jets, and then I just go to free flight and just fly the fighter jets the entire time.
Which they have those in this one again. I think they also have like competitive. Whoa, that kind of scared me. They also have, I think, like, I don't know what it is, like competitive flying, I don't know what kind of sport they do with planes, but
like Red Bull, like
the Red Bull type stuff.
Yeah, the racing.
But it's so it's like it's the whole Earth, but I knew that to begin with, and I knew that with the 2021. So I was like, well, that's cool. But I guess I didn't realize, like, no, it's actually the whole Earth. Because starting in the career mode, I jumped in and I was like, we live in our town, in my town. We have a small airport that just, like, I think is owned and operated by some hobbyists.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So for the career mode, it lets you choose where you want to start. I was like, well, let me just look in my hometown and see if it's there. And it's there.
Ours is, like, here?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You can fly out of this.
Yeah. And there's one in, bleep this out. I didn't even know there's an airport there. And there's ones all near us that I didn't know about.
So I can just fly a plane into your house?
Yeah. You can just fly a plane right into my house. It was crazy because I was like, wow, this is us.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I jumped in free flight afterwards, after a little bit. I was just like, I'm going to just fly around town. And I did. And it's so weird seeing the place you grew up in a video game.
That's weird, yeah.
It's surreal. Obviously, it's I think they generate the terrain with AI, though. Like, especially buildings in areas that aren't very popular. Obviously, like New York and big cities, they'll probably model those. But for a town like this, they just kind of use the AI and just generate the houses and stuff. So it's not like perfect, but it's like, wow, here's this building and this building. It's not what it looks like in real life, but it's like, whoa, it's crazy.
I was gonna say, I wonder about my town then, because my town's even smaller. Like I just fly over.
Mm-hmm.
Mine doesn't have a airport at all, but
the McDonald's in town, it just thought it was somebody's house.
Oh, nice.
So it generated as a house, which is pretty funny. But
have you done? There's a server mode on it though, right? Like
yeah. So when you jump into I think in free flight you are just in a server with people. I'm pretty sure.
Fun.
If you do live timing. Also, cool thing about live timing is it shows you like all the planes that are actually in the air right now.
Oh, like
so you can just like go up to the planes that are flying in the air right now.
Just run into those. Okay.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's always my issues. I enjoy just crashing things.
Yeah. There's also a time traveling feature which I don't. Well, time traveling. You can adjust the time to be like way back, whatever time you want, which I don't fully know the purpose of yet.
It's so that they can recreate 2021.
2021?
Not 2021. They can recreate 2001.
Yeah.
That's
I was thinking that was what you meant.
That
I was also thinking about that, and I was like...
That or, what was it, 1947 in Pearl Harbor.
Oh, jeez.
You get in one of them Japanese...
I think it'll...
Kamikaze planes.
Oh, my goodness. I think it's going to be really... I can't wait to play it again. I'm going to play it right after this podcast because I'm so excited to play it again.
I'm going to go home and download it. How much was it?
I actually got it from Game Pass.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, I would... No, I like Xbox Game Pass. Did you know that Game Pass, like, the Game Pass Ultimate, I didn't realize they just give you PC games.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, which is
I know,
super
like,
cool.
PlayStation Game Pass, if you get, like, the higher one, you get, like, you can basically download every game for free, but as soon as, like, you stop paying for it, you have to pay for the game in order to play it.
Yeah, which is, I think that's the same way with Game Pass, where you just pay for access to it. You just pay for a key, but... Yeah, so, if you don't want to spend that much, it's only like $20 a month. Well, $20 a month can be a lot for some people.
I'll just buy it. I will literally just buy the game.
Just buy the game and have it forever. It'd be nice to have a physical copy of it, but
that's my
maybe eventually.
My old one, that's what I thought it was, because it came in, like, the way you get, like, computer games at Walmart. It came in, like, a little box, like a disc box. And I was like, oh, cool, this is going to be, like, a game disc. No, it was just a Steam code in order to type in.
Yeah. That's too bad.
It was still, like, you get the entire game.
Still get the game, but yeah.
That was when I, like, first found out what Steam was, and I was like, oh, cool, wow, this is cool, there's so many games on here, and none of them I can play because I was doing, like, just a normal computer that was meant for not gaming at all.
It's just a home PC.
Home PC. Now I have one that's meant for gaming, and so games like that will actually run a lot better.
But yeah, I don't know how to play with other people. Like, I've only played, like, probably solid 2 hours of the game.
Oh, nice.
But I already love it, despite all of its issues right now. But I think that'd be really fun for the podcast, it's like, okay, well, today we're just going to fly to whatever city or whatever town.
And you said there's real life flying, so you can just, like, kind of... We can literally be in the air for an hour and a half podcast.
Yeah. Which, I've just realized that if you want to travel somewhere in that game, it's actually going to take the realistic amount of time to get there as it would in real life. That's kind of funny. I wonder if there's any way to accelerate that. Maybe, I wouldn't say accelerate yours. It would just accelerate the speed, because it's like, and he'd be going like, across the earth. But, yeah.
I mean, there are certain, like, I don't know, I want to know what planes are. Now I kind of want to know, like, all the planes that are in it, because there are certain planes, like, well, your normal, everyday commercial flights, they don't max out the throttle. They're only at like, I think half throttle is actually still too fast for most of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because there is a speed limit for the air. As much as people don't think there is a speed limit for the air.
And I learned that when I played Flight Simulator. I did.
Oh, nice.
I learned that recently. No, I wasn't making fun of you.
No,
that might sound like I was.
No, you're good. I was like,
but
really? Is that in there? Because I knew it because I watched Flight Simulator, and I watched somebody that's an actual pilot.
Oh yeah.
Flight Simulator.
That's cool.
And so he, I was watching him, and he'll like yell. He'll be in the tower, and he'll yell at people like, "You're going too fast."
That's funny. Oh yeah, the weird thing about this new one is you can walk around.
What?
You can just get out of the plane and walk around. You can get.
Did you walk around our town?
No, because that'd be a long walk. But also, it's so buggy to walk around right now. I don't know what it is. The servers are not good right now.
Why do you walk around? Like what?
I don't know. I guess to do pre-flight checks. Like when I was going through the tutorial, which took like literally 2 hours to do.
That's the max amount of time you've had is the tutorial.
Yeah, the most I've played is I like flew around our town for like 10 minutes, and then played the tutorial, which took 2 hours, and I'm not even done yet.
Gosh.
And that's not the entire.
There's so much to it, though. I mean,
it's so complicated, which is really cool.
Yeah, props to them because I've
props.
Oh, props. Yeah.
Good joke.
Because it's, I mean, yeah, they've used the entire map, and so you have some like if they're putting our airport in there, there's way smaller airports than ours.
Mm-hmm.
And there's who knows how many of those airports like ours where it's tiny around the entire world. So they put all of those in there, and then they also did everything about a plane. Like you have every button that you can use on those, and so it's like, and for a game that's what, do you play it on your computer, or what do you play it on?
Cut this. Cut that.
Cut that shameful act of
that doesn't need to be public knowledge yet. Are you still recording, by the way? You got red on the side.
Yeah, I still got red.
Just wanted to check. I probably should have broke the news to you before that, but before the podcast, but I do feel kind of guilty about it. But it's really fun. I wanted to see what the other side is like, and now I get to play Flight Sim, and I'm happy about it.
Isn't that what Anakin said too? You know,
Anakin, it's really fun being evil.
Really fun.
That's funny. Also, CJ convinced me. CJ is an Xbox guy.
Okay.
He turned me to the dark side.
The dark side. It's really fun. It's really fun slicing kids and dicing kids.
Anyway, where were we? But yeah, I think it's gonna be super fun to actually play that and talk.
That would be a huge kind of controversial thing to put on our podcast is Xbox versus PlayStation.
Xbox versus PlayStation. I don't know if we'll ever have that fight.
We'll have to. If we did that, we would have to get somebody that would like
vouch for Xbox because we're both PlayStation guys.
That's the thing.
Although I see why some people like Xbox.
See, my thing is
that sounds bad. Xbox is great. I just really like PlayStation games.
Same.
Some of the PlayStation exclusives are great.
I reset our PlayStation like fully, and now it runs great. I used to I had this little bit of hate from PlayStation because
it got hacked.
Because I got hacked and everything, and now that and when I reset our PlayStation and then
you've grieved.
Yeah, I've grieved. Made the money back, so it wasn't a big issue. Even though it was $400, it wasn't a big issue. PlayStation, give me my money back. Their tech support sucks, but the games themselves run a ton better after I wiped everything. So, and then we almost got hacked again, which was weird. My mom. But luckily, we now have a thing on our internet that senses stuff like that. So,
cool.
Yeah. So, somebody from Dublin tried hacking us. I was like, it's a good thing none of my account, my personal account info is on there anymore, and so Mom was like, well, they didn't even get to the PlayStation. They just, like, the internet sensed their IP address coming through, and so it booted them off.
Weird. We probably talked about it on the podcast, but there was one time someone tried to hack my Google account, or they logged into my Google account from Vietnam. So they, like, successfully logged in. Well, successfully, I say. I have what's it called? I have a thing set up on my phone where it's like, you can log into my account, but then it'll say, alright, we're going to send a message to your phone to make sure this is you. So then, just during work one day, it showed up on my phone. Is this you? Logging into a Lenovo computer from Vietnam?
Lenovo?
Yeah, I'm like...
I say that as if I don't own a Lenovo. I have a gaming Lenovo.
You're one of them. You did it.
Yeah.
You're the one who did it.
Yep.
But I was like, no, that's not me. I'm not logging in from Vietnam. No.
It's not you logging in from Vietnam?
No,
I
don't
heard
think
you had
so.
a big trip.
Anyway, there's a future episode or episodes to look forward to. Which that might need to be soon, because I'm itching to play it again. I think, especially when you play it, I think you're going to have a ton of fun with it. And upcoming episodes.
I'm so sorry to myself. I just grabbed this mic like with my bare hand.
There's something to look forward to. We're definitely going to have some episodes just on Flight Simulator. That'd be fun.
Yes, because I can then crash into people for the fun of it.
Yeah, yes, you can.
Okay, I'll go into my topic since we're
I'm so sorry.
talking about airplanes, and
you can cut that.
I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, just up it.
Just boost it? No. When I reviewed your edit, I heard that. What was it you did? You boosted my gulp or something.
Yeah, the gulp.
I was like, whoa! That was pretty funny.
Okay, so, have you seen the trailer for the new How to Train Your Dragons?
Hey,
live action.
I kind of forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Everybody's mad about like who's playing the actors. I could care less. As long as they get the story right and it seems alright, it looks like it's going to be a good movie. But I keep seeing it like edits comparing the trailer to like the cartoon. I forgot how like the cartoon, like the first movie, looks like it was produced with a PlayStation 3.
Yeah, it's definitely dated.
Yeah, I didn't realize how dated it was, really.
Yeah.
But still was a really good movie. I could care less about it being dated. But then I was like, why do you guys like this movie so much? Like, I know plenty of adult men that still like the movie. Because it's all motorcycles.
The dragons
are
motorcycles.
motorcycles. Think about it. Like,
or you could say cars. Both.
Think about how they're riding them, though. Like, that's what I was thinking, like, the difference between them. I thought, like, maybe it could be cars. But because, like, Snotlout, I think is the one with the red dragon.
You know them by name.
Yeah. You have Hiccup, Astrid, Snotlout, I forget the two twins.
Imagine naming your kid Hiccup. Wow. How mean.
It was.
I bet
it's a Viking. I feel like like it's a.
I could see them being in the live action one, being like, Hiccup's not actually his name, and people just call him that to be mean or something. I don't know.
That would be weird, but
because I feel like that's how live action stuff goes sometimes,
yeah.
Especially with the first Mario movie that was live action. Mario was just like, I don't want to jump. I'm not jumping, so he didn't jump in the movie, and that's the whole thing that Mario does. Is he jumps?
Wait, the live action? You're saying the live action? That's where he jumps. Yeah, he does.
Weird one. Well, there was resistance at first. He was like, I don't want to jump. I'm not doing it. Luckily, I haven't seen that movie, so I might be wrong.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, they like made it. It wasn't like he didn't want to jump. It was a. They actually did. I liked how they did that movie, because the way he jumps isn't because it was like. Oh, it's really unrealistic for him to be able to jump like twice as high. So how are we going to make it so that he can jump his height realistically? So they gave him like boost boots that like have rockets on the bottom of them.
Uh,
And okay, so
don't defend this. Don't defend that movie too hard.
I will defend that movie so hard because it is such a good movie in my opinion.
What did we do last podcast? That would probably make us lose all of our following.
Was it Alien? No, that was with Decker.
Wait, I think we were talking about the female Ghostbusters
Yeah.
movie, weren't we?
Yeah.
So first, now we're saying the female Ghostbusters movie's good. Now
I
we're
never said
saying
that.
the
You said
live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie is good.
It
So,
is good. We're
all
talking
of our
the
credibility is gone.
1999 live-action Mario, correct?
I think so. I don't know.
It was either 1999
It's
or
the-
2000.
It's the one they made.
The one they made. It was not. It was based off of Mario the game, yes, but it was more of like, how could we put this into the real world? Like, where would this make sense ish? And so instead of him
And
being
that's where
able,
they went wrong.
instead of him like being able to just jump with just double his height for no reason, they gave him boost boots, and they gave him like the end of the thing is like he has a bomb and he like twists it, and then that's when it like that's how it lights its fuse. He twists it and lets it go, and it just magically ends up blowing up King Koopa, which starts as a human and then gets mutated because it's more similar to a. Actually, yeah, all the editing is very similar to a live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that were also coming out at the same time-ish. So,
Yeah. Boy, that movie has been talked to death on YouTube.
the Mario or the Teenage Mutant Ninja
The
Turtles?
Mario movie. That first one, it's been talked to death about. Everyone talking about how bad it is. That's why I've never watched it, because I don't want to watch it.
Oh my gosh, you need to watch it and do a review on it.
No.
I think you'll actually like the movie.
I'm just going to be a trend follower.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just like, oh, people make videos about this. I'm going to do that. I try not
It's not you made one, it's over 20 years old. It's a movie that's over 20 years old.
Yeah.
And
I guess it'd be fun to do that.
And also, if you don't necessarily go with the same narrative that they all have and actually like digest the movie like you do with every movie that we go, every movie that we go watch that you digest. I think the only one that you haven't is when we went to watch. No, you did that one too. What was the last movie we went to watch?
We?
Yeah.
It couldn't be The Blind, could it? That was
Was
way
it?
too long ago. I don't think it was.
No,
The
it
Blind.
wasn't that one. I forgot that we went and watched that.
That was great.
It was a good movie.
to
We have it
watch
on
with
DVD
you.
now. I think we have like 3 DVDs
cool.
of it because my dad took it to church.
Nice.
Was it? No, that was way too long. We watched one like this year.
I should probably own that movie. Now that I think about it, I probably need to
I
buy
might be
that
able to get
movie.
you a copy of it. We might have one.
Yeah. I feel like I owe it to that movie to own it because it was pretty well done. What
We
was
went
the
and
last
watched one
movie
this
you
year, I
watched?
thought. And I tried getting you to go this on Monday, but you were busy.
What
So-
was I doing Monday? Oh yeah, I accepted like some weird. It was I don't know, it was stupid. I had to go to a banquet where then I got a certificate saying,
Oh
Hey,
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
you got money from the government to go to college. Good job. I hated that.
I was gonna say it was you the certificate, but you went to.
Well,
I'm gonna have to bleep all of that out because that
and
gives
also
way too
it
much.
was not correct.
What?
It was essay.
Hold on. I got this. I got the right letters, just out of order.
ISU.
I'm gonna have to bleep all of this out. Like
I
there's a
don't
huge
know.
section just about to.
Beep beep. We're doxing ourselves. Beep. Anyway.
Back to where I can now cut back in.
Uh-huh.
So you got a certificate that.
Yeah. Which I joke about not appreciating it, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty much like it was some sort of program, and I feel I should probably actually know
What program you were part
what
of?
program I was part of, but it was grant money. They gave me money to go to college, so that was cool.
Did
then,
you
yeah.
get at least food there? Or?
I did.
There you go. That's
What
what's
did I
important
get?
about
I
it.
got a very toasty That's the best way I can describe it. Toasty chocolate chip cookie. It was very good.
Oh, I was going to say, was it burnt?
Then I had a brownie. And then they had ravioli there, which was a little weird. But you could tell it's been sitting there for a while because it was cold.
Oh.
But it was good.
That's the best type of ravioli. I eat ravioli straight out of the can, so I'll go to work.
That's where the podcast ends. We're not doing this anymore. Wait, ravioli from the can?
Yeah, I'll just like go to Dollar General, grab a can of ravioli, pop it open at work, and
so like I didn't even know they sold ravioli in a can.
Chef Boyardee ravioli.
So it's the guts of the ravioli?
No. What? What type of ravioli have you been having?
Wait, did I leave out a word? Toasted ravioli? A square? You pick it out. Oh.
What?
You can eat it with a fork, though. Am I not ravioli?
What? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about ravioli.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This does not sound like ravioli. You don't pick ravioli up.
I mean, you can eat it. Yeah, most people probably eat it with a fork. You can dip it in marinara sauce and eat it. It's got sausage
It's already...
in the middle.
What? Sausage? What?
Yeah. You can have a cheese ravioli or sausage ravioli.
I've had cheese ravioli. I've had that. But what? Sausage?
Yeah.
You dip it in
That's
is
what
it
most
is it noodle?
raviolis have in it.
Is yours noodles?
No.
Yes, they are. What are you talking about?
Noodle ravioli?
Yes.
I don't know what's happening right now.
What?
This is absolutely becoming a YouTube short. This is so funny.
Yeah, what?
Ravioli.
What is the outside of it?
Stuffed pasta.
Yes, it's pasta. Yes, it's a can.
Oh.
What are you thinking?
Okay, I see what this is. You might want to include a picture on the video, by the way, for context.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to.
So, I forgot they do that. Yeah, I was talking about toasted ravioli. Okay, I kind of forgot that there's like ravioli that's like a soup, sort of.
Yeah.
Or a pasta. And then there's the toasted ravioli, which is what I eat.
I've never had toasted ravioli, I don't think.
It's amazing!
I've just had that stuff.
It's like that.
What? That looks...
It's got sausage in the middle.
Is it sausage or ground beef?
I think you can really do whatever you want with it.
Sausage would be okay.
Sausage or ground beef.
I would almost want the cheese ones for that. That looks good.
Yeah,
I've never had that.
I can't believe you haven't had that. That is so funny, though.
Is it?
Yeah,
what is it? Oh, it's not even noodles.
No.
Oh.
It's just kind of like, I guess you'd call it like, dough? It's just kind of dough with like meat in the middle.
Huh.
That's so funny, though.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got that cleared up.
You've never had that ravioli. I've never had that real ravioli that you eat. So it was like, what's going on?
Mandala effect, neither of them exist.
That's so funny.
Oh, that should be... I'm going to figure out like something to make that into a topic at some point for
Mandela effect?
That'd
be cool.
I'll like... It'll be one that I edit because I'll just add a bunch of pictures that we can like go through. Yeah.
That'd be cool. You bring pictures and then even put it on the video. That's a cool idea. Good idea.
What was I talking about? Oh, How to Train Your Dragon being a motorcycle movie.
Being a motorcycle
movie. Because
they'll get their own or custom one.
Yeah, exactly.
You could call it.
Yeah, because the red one, he literally... It's a Harley, or it's also, what's it called, a roadster. He sits like this to ride it. The twins, they both have, like, it's the same dragon, but they both have their own head that they're constantly, like, weaving back and forth like somebody on it, like people on dirt bikes. Mm-hmm. Astrid, the blue one, is a cruiser. It's just kind of straight lined, it's got a big old front on it. Cruiser. Hiccup and Toothless are like a sports bike. The way he rides it and everything. And then the reason I also thought about this is because he shifts the tail. Like it's on the left foot that he does it too. Which is on a motorcycle, the shift. And so like I was one of the edits was him like shifting on the cartoon was click, 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 and he like pulls it up to like do different things. I was like, oh my gosh, it is a motorcycle. He had one click down, one click up for neutral, and then 2, 3, 4 up.
That's
I was like,
so funny.
And then he had like the little paper there to show him like how many clicks were up and down. But I was like, they're all just.
That's just gears.
Yeah, they're just gears.
That's so funny.
And then you have the big one with I was like, that's just a Harley. It's just big road hog. He just sits like this the entire time. So
there you go. You need to make a video now.
I'll do it.
Why How to Train Your Dragon is actually about motorcycle culture.
Yeah.
That's funny. I've never thought about that.
I went in my 3D editing software and like print out like them as motorcycles.
That's funny.
I do like I've thought like hard about like what motorcycles I want because now I'm just like obsessed with that. And I was like, one of them is like I want a 400 Ninja, which is like a Kawasaki Ninja. It's like one of the most common sports one that you see.
I think I've used one of those in a video game before.
Probably.
Pretty sure I have.
You probably used one with way higher CCs than 400, but the 400's nice because it's like a lot of power and it's got a lot of speed, but it's like not an overkill either. But yeah, no, so what I want to do with it though is paint it green and have like the Ninja Turtle mask on it and have katanas on the side.
That's cool.
It's a Ninja Turtle, so. But
that'd be really cool.
Oh, there's something else. Oh, weird. I was gonna say, what is your opinion on have you seen the trailers for the?
I have.
What's your opinion?
I'm not a huge fan of those movies, so my opinion not that they're bad. It's just not what I watched as a kid, so I'm not like super passionate about it. They're great. I've only seen the 2 of them.
Okay.
I've only seen 2 of them, but from the look of the trailers, it looks like a legitimate movie, which is great. The colors are nice. The shots are nice. It looks pretty good. Also, though, the scene with Toothless and Hiccup is like frame by frame the exact same as the animated movie, which I don't totally like, because then it's like, why the heck are you making this movie? But then that also leads into, why are you making an animated movie live action? Because it's
Disney.
Really stupid how Hollywood is just like, if it's animated, it's not a real movie, which means you have to make it live action, and when it becomes live action, then it's a real movie, which I hate.
Yeah.
All you've done is take a fully CGI movie and now you just now made it half CGI.
You ruined the entire movie for me. It's just right there with that thing because you're completely right. Because I've seen other clips to it from it, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, it is just going to be like clip for clip, like.
Mm-hmm. It might potentially be clip for clip, but also I will say it will probably be the best live action adaptation of an animated movie.
Oh yeah, since they are, really,
since
because
it's not Disney doing it.
Yeah,
they're actually going to be faithful and not screw up the entire story.
Yeah, and also like, I mean, if they are going clip for clip, I mean, you're going to get the same results, if not better results, as the animated movie, because now you have it in a higher resolution and you have it all live action, which a lot of people subconsciously even appreciate more of a live action movie than they do
which is annoying.
Yeah.
Like, you should appreciate animation just, well,
because
that's kind of harsh, I just realized. It's just frustrating how animation's not as respected as live action is, and that's why usually animation is associated with children's content.
Mm-hmm.
When right now we have the show Arcane, which is TV 14, and it's amazing, but anyway.
Which a lot of people don't realize, like, the animations, like, it, in a live action, I think what I appreciate about a live action movie is like, oh, they actually have to do these things, like actively pretend that this green machined monster in front of them is a dragon that here in the future will look like a dragon when you have all your animators. But they have to sit there and pretend that it's a dragon while it's not a dragon in real life.
I would argue that voice actors kind of have to work just as hard as those actors too,
because they have to
pretend everything is happening right in front of them. Like all they have is a script and maybe a couple things of concept art, and that's all they have.
And so they have to pretend everything's exact. And so like especially like crying scenes, like or like heavily emotion scenes in a animated film, like I guarantee those are hard to do because like you gotta like make it sound like you're upset or
we just have
happy
the
or whatever.
menthol cry stick. We should get one of those on the podcast.
What?
A menthol cry stick. So sometimes when live action actors cannot cry, they just have a menthol stick and then they rub it right down here and it causes their eyes to water. And then they start crying.
I didn't know that.
It's terrible. It's from what I've seen.
So we're
I'm totally, absolutely stealing this from Ted Nivison, who is a YouTuber who brought this menthol cry stick on a couple different like podcasts and one other guy's video. But it was such a funny bit.
Menthol addiction by rubbing it in your eyes.
It's such a funny bit. But yeah. Sometimes they can't cry, so they just rub a menthol. This menthol.
Does it make your eyes all like puffy, like if you're actually crying or not?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like it kind of gets red right here.
Oh,
sort of.
So we're gonna have to like just bring in a bunch of random props like that and smelling salts.
Smelling salts?
Yeah.
What is smelling salt?
You've never? That's like what they use to get people like from being unconscious. Like,
ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
You pop this like it comes in a little package. Like, do you know what like a Zen package look like?
No.
Oh. I don't do Zen. Don't like.
What is Zen?
Zen is like some nicotine thing, but it's the only reason I know what it is because I've seen other people do it. But they come in like these little pouches, and like you just crack it open, and it's a type of salt that like really just burns your nose. Ugh. They'll use it like fighters, like boxing, MMA, whatever. Oh, yeah. They'll use it right before. It'll get your adrenaline going. Oh, so
interesting.
Yeah.
I bet someone's addicted to that.
Probably. Probably. I wouldn't want to be. What I've like watched people do with and all that is it probably like it hurts. It's what it looks like.
Oh, it'd be so funny to get the cry stick on here. And just do it to ourselves.
Beginning of the podcast, the entire time we were having
torture ourselves.
That like.
What would be really funny is to do it to every guest that comes on. That's just an intrusive thought. There's no way we'd be able to do that. But before you go, try this. Rub this under your eyes.
Rub this under your eyes.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Before you go, we have this pill to take. No, it does not say laxative on it. Back that way. I'm not being the start of a podcast. You have to take this pill.
You have to. That's terrible. Oh no. That would be a terrible reputation for this show. That'd be so funny.
You have to cut all that out too. Or,
no, please keep that.
No, I'm gonna keep it obviously, but cut out all of our drug techniques for guests.
Yeah.
That's how we convinced Nick Cage to stay on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to come back on.
And then he turned into a pillow from all the drugs he took. That's the canon story of Yap-Trap.
Yeah.
The first episode we didn't release because Nick. What am I doing? I just realized where this joke is going.
Where is this joke going? I gotta hear the rest of it now. I can cut it out.
The first episode, we'll call it episode 0. We had Nick Cage on, and we had him do lots of drugs. So many drugs that he turned into a pillow. And he agreed to stay on the podcast for the whole runtime.
We're gonna have to make like an episode 0. We're gonna have to make like a separate episode, like a 10-minute episode.
0.
10-minute episode called episode 0. Where we're just we can go to like Walmart, get like needles, and just start stabbing them until the Nick Cage.
I want to save that. Cut this part out. I want to save this idea. That'll be really funny.
We just like
cut out your ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut my
cut
ideas. My ideas are too good for this podcast for this episode.
We get that'd be so funny.
We get like the like a desk here, and we like put lines on it of sugar. This is a terrible way to show our podcast off.
Yeah. Oh, but it'd be so funny. We're gonna have to do that.
We're gonna get a cease and desist from the cage.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm gonna have to cut out until I said that whole thing with the cease and desist now, because it's just gonna like go from us talking about drugging the cage to just.
I've got something to say that can kind of bring us back.
All right.
So it's not such a weird cut.
From drugging.
From drugging. So we got one more topic. I think we're gonna have to. We have so much to talk about. We're gonna have to save the rest for next episode, which is awesome because sometimes it's hard to come up with.
And I got
topics.
Oh, the next episode is gonna be so long though. Like it's gonna be a long episode, I guarantee, because I've got this stuff to.
Oh yeah.
Talk about too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring in like more
doohickeys.
Yeah, more things of like what exactly it can do, because more of like an education. Like, hey, this is a neat thing that became popular and
cool.
So,
you'll definitely have teaser. He has a 3D printer, and it's really cool.
Did we talk about it on the last podcast though?
I don't know.
A little bit, because I know we talked about it at the beginning, like you and me talked about it. I don't know if I brought it up on the podcast though.
We might have forgot.
But
anyway.
Oh well, we'll talk about it.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Overall, I'll watch the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. Absolutely. Unless it's PG-13 and they use that as an excuse to get away with more stuff that they couldn't in animation, I'm probably going to say that the animated one's still better. But if they maybe change it a little bit to where now it's PG-13, I think that'd be pretty cool. Because then I feel like it almost justify why it's in live action.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now we can do this. Because sometimes I kind of get why animated projects that are PG-13 or TV-14 aren't widely accepted, because some kids might stumble into it and think it's like, oh, it's a funny kids show, and then it turns out not to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, that. The book. I thought that could be our next topic.
Here's our special guest.
Our special guest.
This is a old friend of ours. She writes books. Actively.
This is not a paid advertisement.
This is not at all. But she has messaged me about being on, like, not about her being on the podcast, but about our podcast in general. Mm-hmm. If she comes back to Illinois, get her on the podcast. But
heck, we could do a video episode. Yeah. Or what am I saying? Video call.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
That'd be cool.
Have her on.
Yeah. See if she actually watches this episode and gets to the end of it.
We should do that.
Yes.
I haven't talked to you in forever, Leah. If you're watching, I'd love to talk to you again.
Yes. If you come on the podcast, you'll have to like talk about your books. That way we have entire episode of one singular topic.
And when I finally talk to her, I'm gonna feel really ashamed because I'm like, I haven't read any of them. I'm sorry.
I've read this one.
We're just mainly. So busy.
I've not read the other ones.
What Dreams Are Made Of. Good book.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I've had this book for like a year now, and it's been, if not longer, and it's been a while since I've read it. So there's been so much other stuff. I don't remember.
Now you don't remember what's going on?
I don't remember any of it.
Gee whiz. I was about to ask you, can you give me a little bit of the idea of what it is without telling me too much?
I can't, because I'm pretty sure the only one I got to like the last probably 4 or 5 chapters, and that's when I stopped because I kind of just lost the book and forgot about it.
Lost the book. Oh my goodness.
I lost the book, and the way I found it was I was cleaned it my entire room and reorganized it, and found it. Like, how I lost the book, I have no idea, because it, like, my desk that I'm at pretty much every day, it was just right there, but it was under like 3 other things. There was like a notebook on top of it, and it had my cajon on top of it too. So.
Well, that makes this topic a little short.
Yeah.
Since we don't know what it's about.
But she is a watcher of our podcast. That's why I brought it. It's
That's
just so
super
that we
cool.
could be like, hey, we should do like, you should come to Illinois, and or we should do a
That might
video
be
call. Yeah.
That might be a little expensive just for us.
Yeah. We're not paying for her to come to Illinois. I'm just saying, come to Illinois. Visit again.
Wow. Yeah. You come to Illinois and be on our 12 subscriber podcast, but you have to pay to be here.
Are we up to 12 now?
I think so.
Oh wow. Maybe she's the 12th one.
I think our only, well, not complaining about the subscriber count because, you know, we're just two white guys in the middle of nowhere talking. But I think it's kind of because I don't advertise it as much as I probably should. But
I didn't have to. It just came across on my at my work randomly, like.
And that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
think it's fun to have people around us that they get to hear some stuff we're interested in that doesn't always naturally come up at work or in the place that we are.
Yeah. So I mean, again, 12, and we what episode is this, like 7?
7, yeah.
So
that's cool.
we're getting up there, you know.
Yeah.
Getting to the
We're
big
getting
leagues.
there. I'm at 97 subscribers, which
Wow.
makes me really excited.
Wow.
I'm so excited to cross 100. I know when I was little, if I would have been like, I wouldn't have been happy when I was little unless I had like 1 million subscribers or something. Because you look at all the people on YouTube right now and it's like, well, 100 doesn't seem like a lot, but for me,
Oh yeah,
for
because
us,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's incredible.
Because, and I mean, really, I bet it feels better for you because it's like you've been building that, like,
Mhm.
and it's one of those 100 is a milestone. The next milestone is like what, 500? Well, 200 obviously, but
And if this one's so meaningful to me, I don't even know how I'm gonna feel.
oh
when
yeah,
the
like,
next ones come, when
Yeah.
200 or 500 or 1,000 comes,
yeah,
I'm gonna be like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna like explode.
yeah. It's my friend he said that he wants to be on the podcast at some point.
Good.
Yeah. So
One of my topics, but we're gonna have to save it for next time, is our special guest wish list.
Ooh.
We're gonna have to do that. Ooh, I wonder if we'll do a Christmas special.
Yes, we do need to do a Christmas special.
What would we do for that? I don't know.
Slight gift exchange because I got you something.
What?
I did.
Oh no.
It's something I've had. It's something I've had,
Okay.
but it's one of those I'm like, I am giving this to you for
Okay.
Christmas.
Oh. Now you got me nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous about accepting gifts. Oh, we can have the eggnog and have chocolate chip cookies.
I will do.
What are like?
I will do
Christmas
hot chocolate. I will
snacks?
not do eggnog, but I will do hot chocolate.
You won't do eggnog.
Eggnog's awful. Eggnog's so bad.
I don't blame people for thinking eggnog's bad. It's probably bad, but
My siblings love it.
I
I
just
don't
like
know. Like I feel like I'm
roasties.
just like the odd duck out on my family because like my siblings and my parents they're like, oh yeah, this is amazing. I'm like, I don't understand how you like this. Eggnog,
so
like
funny.
eggnog's one of them. What's the other? Apple cider. I don't.
apple cider. Oh, I
It
like
just
apple
tastes like
cider.
it tastes like rotten apples.
That's so funny.
And they like it hot. I'm like, what?
Ooh, I don't know about hot.
What?
I've never had it hot. I'd have to give it a try to say if I like it or not. That's really funny. No, I like all the things people hate, which is kind of fun because someone will see you eating or drinking something and you're like, oh my gosh, you like that?
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
yeah.
like
Eggnog,
Eggnog.
black licorice, like the real black
the
licorice.
okay. Hold on. The real black licorice is good. The fake black licorice is not good.
Well, now maybe I'm not eating the real one. I don't know.
I don't know. A lot of people don't like the real one. So
I like either or, I think. So, yeah. Eggnog, black licorice, surprisingly enough, circus peanuts. A lot of people don't like circus peanuts, I've learned.
I don't eat peanuts anyway.
Well, do you know what circus peanuts are?
Oh, wait. Are you talking
The
about the?
puffy, like, orange
My
ones?
dad likes those. I do not. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What else?
What are those? Are they marshmallows?
I don't know what it is.
I
have no idea.
I literally like I've eaten them before. They're not okay. Taste isn't bad. It's the texture for me. I just feel like I'm biting into styrofoam.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's just like biting.
And
into
then
styrofoam.
if you've ever done it, you take a bite of it and then press it on your tongue. It like dissolves.
Oh, I hate it. My dad does that. He'll like
It's
so what he'll do is he'll
weird.
like take a bite out of it and have like that much left of it, and he'll just place it on his tongue. Like
It's
it leaves like a sticky residue on your teeth.
Mhm.
It's just.
It's a really weird candy because it's like, what is this?
It's
What
not
is
a
this
I
stuff?
swear it's not a marshmallow.
I don't think it's a marshmallow
I'll have to ask my dad.
because it's like hard.
Yeah.
Peeps. A lot of people don't like Peeps. I like Peeps.
I like Peeps, but I also like have to be in the mood for Peeps. So
My family's weird, and we really only eat Peeps expired.
they're better that way. So
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so now I don't feel weird about
no,
that.
I fully believe that they're better that way because if you get them like straight out of the box, like straight from the store, they're all like gooey and it's like
Yeah.
it's not fun. The expired ones you can pick them up without having too much to worry about like goo wise, and then you just eat them and they taste the same.
Mm. What else? Is there anything you can think of that I like that normal people don't like?
Your situation ship in Texas.
Uh,
Sorry, I saw your Discord over there and it like popped up. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. What else?
Oh, how could I forget?
Cardinals.
Nitro cold brew from Starbucks.
Oh no! Oh no! That is.
Iced nitro cold brew.
We
From
just had this.
Starbucks
That was last.
from
That was last
gas
podcast
station.
that we talked about that too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Awful.
Oh yeah.
You know what's interesting is coffee. Like okay, so because I'm in healthcare, I know this, and I went to school and we learned about this. Is coffee is like if you're told to like fast for a couple of days, coffee is one of the things that you can drink.
Like it's a
Yeah.
good thing to drink
Yeah.
if you fast?
No, not necessarily if you fast, but like not necessarily a good thing, but it's one of like they'll give you like a list of things that you can normally have, and so like it'll be like water.
Oh, fasting in terms of like medical fasting
Yeah.
for like a surgery or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I was confused.
One of the things that you can have is coffee. You can have like water, coffee. I think tea as well.
Nice.
But it has to be like straight tea. It can't be like sugar or anything.
I was gonna say it can probably only be black coffee, probably, right?
I don't know if it has to be or not. I think it can. Only
Come
be-
on, you gotta know this.
I'm pretty sure it can only be black
Someone's
coffee.
gonna ask
I
you.
was literally just told coffee. That's all I was told. I'm not a nurse. I went to CMA. I'm a CNA. I went for CMA, which is medical assistant instead of nursing assistant. Medical assistant, and I finished that, but I didn't pass. So, but no, I went through that class too, and so it's one of those like, I know all the basic level things of what I tell people. Drink coffee, it's fine.
Cool.
Not told whether or not they can have creamer or not. I would assume it's fine to have creamer, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Normally if you're told like normally they'll say like no dairy or whatever, which creamer's got dairy in it normally. So
Gee whiz, it's got dairy in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's the end. What
I
a
think so
good
too.
Talk. Good.
An hour.
Quick
too.
talk. Yes.
An hour's not
An
bad.
hour. I think that's. This is the first episode where I timed it on my phone, so I think we'll do that more often, so we don't. What's it called? So it's nice podcast, filled, and not doesn't drag on forever.
Yeah.
Because we just have way too much to talk about sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then go on for like 2 hours.
And really a lot. It's only gonna be like 45 minutes probably because we have quite a bit of like cutting to do on that.
We have some cutting to do, so yeah. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I never know how to end these.
I don't either. I also need to make an end thing too.
I have some assets to send you too, probably.
Oh,
You can cut this out.
we can just say it's ended now. So like.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Thanks
you
for
later.
watching. Maybe the sign will be up. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Maybe our sign will be up next time.
Yeah.
We kind of forgot about it.
Yeah. So.
But I think it's just because we don't see each other very often. But yeah.
Adult life is great.
Adult life is great, but I'm so glad we can make time to do this podcast. Anyways, goodbye.
Adios.
Adios.